I can remember when Aldridge signed his free agent deal, boy, did it feel like the rich just got richer. You know, the Spurs were never big spenders. They had built a dynasty by drafting and developing. And when you think back to the way that the Spurs had won their 5 championships, it was all drafting Tim Duncan, building around him. They had drafted David Robinson, built around him, teamed obviously the two together in 1999 and then 2003 as well. They had found Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili in the draft, international scouting. They were brilliant and ahead of the curve on that. They discovered Kawhi Leonard, middle of the round, and again uncovered a gem. All of this was, and then piece it together with the Bruce Bowens of the world and the Robert Ory's of the world and those kind of perfect ancillary parts, the Patty Mills that are smart players, good players, dogged players, and will do the little things. They had just found these guys, Steven Jackson, forever, and had some reclamation projects like Jackson, but also found guys that were undervalued other places. They never were splashy in spending money, ever. And then Lamarcus Aldridge became a free agent in the 2015 offseason. And they are just coming off of having beaten the Miami Heat just prior to that, 2 seasons earlier to that, in that dramatic, incredible 7-game NBA Finals, the back-to-back finals against the Heat, one in which they lost with the three-pointer by Ray Allen, one in which they won, in which Kawhi Leonard asserted his dominance and became one of the forces in postseason history. And they were willing to go all in on Lamarcus Aldridge and spend a ton of cash. It was like, wow, Tim Duncan's retired, and Manu and Tony are coming to their retirement or their end of their Spurs career, and the Spurs are going to throw out that type of cash for Lamarcus Aldridge, and he just seemed like the perfect fit. The absolute perfect fit in San Antonio. Big man, team him with Kawhi, Greg Popovich is coaching. This is going to be good. And ever since they won that NBA championship in 2014, it's been steadily downhill. And with Lamarcus Aldridge, they've gone into the tank over the last 5 years. Lost in the first round of the Clippers in 2015. Lost in the second round of the Thunder, 2016. Lost in the conference finals in 2017, but got swept by the Warriors that year. Lost in the first round in 2018. First round in 2019, missed the playoffs last year. And this year, they're floating around the 7th slot in the West. You know, signing Aldridge seemed like a stroke of genius. How could it go wrong? And maybe this would have happened anyway because of the retirement of Manu and ultimately the end of Tony Parker's career and the retirement of Tim Duncan. But Aldridge was supposed to keep the train going, and he didn't. And then Kawhi, of course, left and wanted out. And I think ultimately Lamarcus Aldridge, at the beginning, it seemed like a slam dunk, brilliant move by the Spurs to keep the window open. And when it now is ending, it seems incredibly disappointing.